Hello, Rayon. Here is your sewer scope from today's inspection. This is just me giving you orientation, letting you know that I'm in your basements. There's the clean out in that basement bedroom. ABS to start. Um, you can see the buildup at the bottom of the pipe. It gets worse as we get a little further along. Notice the channels there at the bottom. Plastic pipe like ABS or PVC generally doesn't hold material readily. What that tells me is that this pipe has not been cleaned in a fairly long time. We're pushing along. We're going to switch over here just right up ahead to cast iron. It's a normal connection in our area to go from one material to another, and sometimes even three. So plastic pipe coming out of the house, cast iron generally, and then clay pipe before you reach the city connection. Um, Fairly decent buildup at the bottom of the pipe. Um, the water that we're holding right here, eventually I'll clear out. You'll see in the video, we're underwater right now. This is being blocked. Now, that's not to say that there might not be somewhat of a dip or a low spot in the pipe. It's possible, but ultimately it's most likely just because of paper product, toilet paper getting caught on the pipe and over time basically creating a damming effect. Right now I've got a wad of paper right in front of my camera head. There it is. So my camera's a little dirty, but you can see how dirty the pipe is, and it's just basically holding everything. Later on in the video, I will return back to this spot and ultimately clear it out. Sometimes that happens. It's just basically flushes everything out, breaks up uh, the blockage. Now you see we're a little bit further along, and now there's not any water in this section. So it's really curious to me, or a little bit. So the water there on the top is actually the bottom of the pipe. My camera head doesn't self-level, so that gives you orientation as to actually where we are. That might be a transition to clay. I'm not 100% sure, but it's possible. Different colors of pipe. But at this point, I can't make this turn. Uh, it's either just because of the orientation of the pipe, which is possible, a reduction in the diameter of the pipe, which is not likely, but it is also possible. We do see that from time to time. It could be, and again, if you look at the top of your screen, which is the bottom of the pipe, you see that buildup. It could be a buildup of cooking grease, uh, cooking fat, whatever. But I just can't turn down. What I'm going to do here in a second is I'm going to pull away from the spot, and then I'm going to go and turn on water. I'm going to try to get a high volume of water going. When you're pushing through a difficult line, sometimes if you have a lot of water, it helps to float your camera head. It helps to kind of lube up a little bit and get you to be able to move through. But again, going back to what I was saying, you see that big buildup there at the top of your screen. Um, my hope is that if you have the line cleaned, uh, that would allow somebody to push through a camera head that can get all the way to the end. Ultimately, that's what we want. So again, this is me just kind of pushing back into this mucky area. A lot of junk in there, a lot of stuff that's being held up. But then eventually, you'll see that it gets flushed out, for lack of a better word of putting it. Um, yeah, almost. There we go. So at this point now, basically the dam's broken, and everything is rushing out. So I'm going to try to literally ride the wave here and try to use this to get over whatever has been blocking me at this point, right at there, but I can't. So I get right to that wall, and I can't really tell what that is. Again, it could just be basically stuff that's stuck to the pipe. It could be a damaged section. Really can't tell. The best course, again, not to keep reiterating this, is to have the pipe cleared out, see if you can get to the city connection and get free and clear on that. I'll wait a little bit and wait for the water. So I'm gonna turn the water off and see if I get a better view now of what's going on. Interesting though, as I pull back at the end of the video, as I pull back to the beginning of the pipe, there is no more standing water. All that's been cleared out. I'll go back and forth a few times to see what I can do, I believe, or yeah, I'm going to try to go through at least one more time. I've made a number of attempts to get past that spot, and again, ultimately, I'll get stuck there and then pull back the rest of the way. Please read my written report, read the recommendations, and as always, reach out to me with any questions or if I can be of assistance.